Hi, I'm Joe Bereta, and this is another bonus feature spotlight. You should watch it and find out why the heck I'm wearing this thing. The Scorpion King was a role initially made popular by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in The Mummy Returns, the massively popular installment of the Brendan Fraser-led Mummy franchise. The former professional wrestler turned heads with his leading man prowess, and the role quickly spun off into a franchise of its own. Then, as the legend goes, The Rock sought to fulfill his prophecy by becoming the most successful movie star on the planet, and the role of the Scorpion King was to be bestowed upon worthy successors. In The Scorpion King 3, Battle for Redemption, that honor is given to Victor Webster. Like The Rock, Webster's combative background made him a natural fit for the role. He boasts an undefeated record as an amateur kickboxer and is a heavyweight black belt. And he's not alone. The film is loaded with real-life brawlers, and as you'll see, preparing for battle is serious business when you're working with professional pain enthusiasts. Watch this! Let's cut to a clip.
Fighting with Victor? Well, fortunately, in this case, I didn't really have to. I stab, he bleeds. It's a perfect relationship.
I feel like every single day I'm fighting somebody, or somebody's doing a sword fight, or picking people up and throwing them, you know, across the desert, whatever it is.
It was kind of easy for me to be Zulu Kundo because it was just one mind frame, destroyed.
You don't want to get clocked by Dave Bautista, or Kimbo Slice, or Victor Webster, or Selena, or Crystal, or anybody. Because it's that day and it doesn't feel good.
We all have one goal in mind, and that's to make a hell of a good movie.
I wanted to bring the fighting to meet East and West, you know. I think that was kind of interesting for this movie, to have the Asian kind of fighting style meeting this brute kind of Scorpion King fighting. And so we needed to have a fighter who knows both worlds, you know, who knows and the martial art world and knows the rough UFC world.
My training, martial arts background, I think it's really helped me in this. Being able to do a lot of input about the choreography and the things that I wanted to see. We, in the choreography, are trying to make it look very dirty, you know, very unchoreographed. Like just two guys or a group of guys like really fighting. And I think so far it's really coming off like that.
We came over about a month early, and we trained with Sang, the stunt coordinator, and his team. These guys they're the best.
We do 3 hours of punching, kicking, and then martial art Thai style first, and then ninja style, and then another 3 hours of sword fighting.
Their style is it's similar to Muay Thai, and I've got the double swords, and Crystal has the double samurai swords. So that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of new movement for us because it's a different type of style.
Because in sword fighting, double swords especially, and you have to be quite quick with your footwork. So not only you have to try and memorize you know, which hands, where, what movement, but with your feet and everything. So it was really intensive, you know. It's fun. Fight day.
There's like a 6-part fight scene that they had to break up into these pieces and shoot, you know, one piece at a time. So I think the whole thing lasts about 6 minutes of just straight, beautiful, hot girls sword fighting. I mean, it's weird that I would watch that.
I think a good chick fight is always good for these kind of movies, you know?
I always love seeing strong female characters in movies. So for me, that was very cool.
Hard for me to hate you right there.
I am Kimbo.
You know, Kimbo, Batista, all those guys are really big. Back home, I train with guys that are small, like 130 pounds, up to guys that are like Kimbo and Batista size that are like 250, 260, 270. So there's a huge difference between them and just the average person that walks down the street. They're massive giants.
You know, I think a lot of people think that what we do in wrestling is very similar to what we do in movies. And it's actually not very similar at all. I mean, there are some similarities, but actually in professional wrestling, there's a lot more contact.
Fighting on film, it's acting, so it's more fun. I mean, I have fun doing them both. Don't get me wrong. One hurts and the other one don't.
You know, professional wrestling, you're not taking shots at different angles, so you're not doing it over and over and over. You're doing it once, you're doing it live, and that's it. It's done.
This is non-stop and going to the ground, in the dirt, getting kicked.
Also, and you know, we do pull out a chair every once in a while in wrestling, but we're not pulling out swords. And
I'm just bummed that I'm not in more scenes with him, able to fight with him, because I think we come up with some really great stuff. I'd love for him to just like pick me up and body slam me and throw me across the battlefield. And I'm wondering if maybe Rule can write in some more scenes. I just get annihilated by Dave.
It's cool being around somebody who's just, you know, just as big as I am. He's a huge guy, and he could kill you if he wanted to. But he's the nicest guy in the world, so it's been a real good experience meeting him and working with him.
It's the last day of Scorpion King 3. It's kind of bittersweet. My body's pretty toasted. Everything hurts. We've got a whole bunch of extras, hundreds of extras. We're doing fight scenes all day long. We saved the big battlefield scenes to the end, which I think I'm probably a little bit grateful for.
I feel like a little kid here, and you know, being able to play soldier, or be able to, you know, pick up a sword and start hacking people, or meeting other guys that we've seen in movies and admired in the past. It's really, really cool experience.
It's great to combine not only the martial arts, but also the superpowers. And I get to just massacre loads of people, which obviously I wouldn't do in real life, so that's quite fun too.
I had a lot of fun being Zulu Kundo, but those ninjas, you know, I enjoyed kicking their little butts.
We'll try this at home.
You know it's gonna be one hell of a battle when even the behind-the-scenes footage looks dangerous. Get your own copy of the Scorpion King 3 Battle for Redemption to see how the hard work paid off. It'll satisfy your bloodlust in ways that the legal department says I just don't have time to go into here. Legal? What do they do? Nothing. For Bonus Feature Spotlight, I'm Joe Bereta. Thank you for watching Universal Pictures All Access. Get the most out of your movies. All right, you guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and if you want to see more, click on one of these other videos. And also the little subscribe button that's floating somewhere around here. Find it. You're an adult.